And so, welcome back everybody to DrSwiss Moto. As you can see, the bike looks a tad different to the last time you guys saw her. Yep. So I got carried away a bit. As you can see, the tank is on the floor. The seat is right there. I could just put those two things on it and lie to you. But I'm not gonna do that. So I started... I managed to make it start, which on the last video it was still like a 50-50 chance that it wouldn't. So it started, it was very weak, like properly, but it started, it made all the wrong noises, which for a Ducati are all the right noises, so it sounded like a bucket of bolts going down a gravel road. It was horrible, but upon further asking around and watching videos on the internet, that's how they sound apparently. So the ding 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 of the freaking cylinder, it's a normal thing, so I have to get used to that, but it's scary as hell when you're used to bikes that don't make all of that sound. So up until this point I took the exhaust out, which is there, took the tank out, which is on the floor, still to be completely drained. It just has like a very small bit of fuel in it left, and I've been doing a proper, I think, job of keeping track of things. So as you can see here, as an example, I just marked this bit. I wrote where it goes, I wrote where the pipes go that go on it. I put some tape on the bolts so that I don't lose them, so that they stay here, so next time when I take this I know exactly it goes under here and all is good. I've done that with all sorts. I've done that with this piece, which is the piece that goes underneath the seat right there, and I even put the bolts on the piece so that I know where it goes. Although I'm gonna try and get a new one of these, because this one is just completely broken there. So since I am gonna be doing a complete overall almost restoration of this damn thing, might as well get as many new pieces on it as I can. For everything else, as you can see, I'm already using my little pockets here, putting bits and pieces, writing everything down, where they go, what they are, etc. Using my little IKEA baggies, and yeah. So with that being said, let's... Oh, and another thing that's very important, labeling cables, so that you know exactly where they go and what they do. So yeah, with that being said, let's keep on taking bits apart from this bike.
My weakness comes and goes.
So you probably saw me struggling over there. So the problem is, you can see that somebody was here before me. You have like these effed up bolts in here that are pretty stripped out, but somebody doesn't bother using the right tools to take off. So something tells me this sucker was out at some point for something, because the upper bolt was shit, and I was still able to take it out with a bit of trying out different tools, but this one is pretty much gone. So this one is going to be a freaking task to take off from that, but it has to be done, so yeah, I'll keep on doing that.
Go.
So, as you can see, I took the airbox out, which is one piece with the battery box. Which, to be fair, I didn't even notice till I wanted to take it out. So now I have to put some tape on it, write down some bits and pieces of this and that goes there. I left the bolts inside of there with these on. These are all gonna get new bolts and stuff, but just to mark their places. Some paper in there, don't want any more shit going into the carbs. And these ones are all marked. This one still has to have the bolt taken out of it. And I think after that I might move on to the front of the bike, because there is not much I can do right now on this bit, because I'm waiting on a, it's like a Moto engine, it's not an engine mount, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. It's like to prop up your bike but from the middle, and it has like a very big plate on the bottom that I bought. So instead of jacking it up with like a car jack or something and letting the engine fall to the ground or whatever, I'm just gonna be putting that bike, how is it called? I'll put a picture up in here and then you'll know what the fuck I'm talking about, because right now I'm losing brain cells as we speak apparently. But yeah, because I want to prop up the engine so that it doesn't fall down when I take out the bolts, and this all is going to come down as a unit, the entire engine out of the frame, which is perfect. Then I can put it to the side and send the frame to powder coating. In case you didn't know about that, the frame is going to be powder coated gold, and the rest of the bike is going to be black metallic. So engine is going to go in for powder coating, the brakes are going to go in for powder coating in the same color as the frame, which, if everything goes right, should be something like this gold here. So it kind of flows, and then you'll have some gold accents up here. It's gonna look classy, trust me. So what am I gonna do next? Yeah, I'm gonna put some labels on the airbox, also saying where this fucker is going after cleaning it, so that I know. And just in case I forget, I can go back and look at this video. So that little thing comes down here and goes into this little rubber bushing. So when eventually I forget where it goes, I can go back and look at the video. I put a number on everything, as you can see, like 1, and this one has a 3 on it. The other 2 are also marked 2 and 4, because if you come here to the plate that was holding that, it is marked as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I know where everything goes. This one has an L and an S. The other 2 are also marked. They already were, because somebody has been wrenching on this bike before me, which is never good, because you don't know what the hell those people were doing. So I'm gonna keep moving, put some labels on this so that I know what is where, etc. Then I shall either move to the front and start disassembling the front of the bike, or I'll take the rest of the exhaust out. So the other 2 tubes are still in there, which, by the way, weren't even connected to those. Don't ask me what the hell was going on. So it was just slipped in. It had nothing holding them. I don't know if that's normal or not. Probably not. And then also miscellaneous things you have to do, like taking off the chain and stuff like that. But that will be one of the last bits. So I'll have to take off the chain so that I can take the engine out of the bike. So yeah, so I shall keep moving forward.
weakness comes and goes, it goes, it goes. My weakness echoes in my soul.
So, where am I? I have a lot of these that I cut out. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but I've been taking a lot of pictures, so pretty much every time I do something I take a picture, and every time I take something out I label it and I put a label on it so that I know where it goes, because right now I'm writing those things and I'm like, oh, that's easy, like I'll know where that goes. But I know from experience that sometimes, most times, you don't know when this is going to be done. Like, I know the frame will be done by the end of May. I know the engine will be done mechanically, but parts that go out for painting will only be around mid-summer, end of summer. Other bits and pieces I purposely haven't ordered yet because I just don't need them right now. So I'm waiting out, like tires, brakes, all that. So, and I'm not planning on having the bike ready for this year. I could, if I just threw a shitload of money at it and just rushed everything. But I want to do it right, so I'm gonna take my time. It's done when it's done. I'm thinking next year, in like after the winter, it's gonna be fully done. During the winter, it's probably already done, but I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna do it properly. So stay tuned, because there is a lot more coming for this. So right now I know it's boring. It's just time lapses of me taking off a bolt and doing stuff that it's not interesting for the internet probably, but it's all necessary things. So if you want to do something, you need to just invest the time and just invest time and have time, because if you don't have time, you're gonna half-ass it. Unless it's like a quick project and you already know, like, I don't need it to be perfect, I want it to be a retro or whatever, I could have just left it as is, fix the issues that I know are there and be done with it, but I want to do it properly, so I'm gonna take my time, do things properly, and yeah, it's gonna be boring for the most part, I'm sure, for you guys, but I'm having a blast because I do love to wrench, so I'll keep doing that. Frank is sitting here looking at me thinking, there are a couple of things you could have done the same for me that you haven't. Stay tuned, because I am properly thinking about doing the same treatment to Frankie that I'm doing for Vittoria, of having him also powder coating the frame so that it lives forever, and having a professional paint him so that he looks shiny and perfect. So I'm thinking about it. I'm still not completely sold on the idea, but I'm thinking about it. So, but on this one, everything is a matter of like taking time, just go through everything. And on this bike, somebody already was on it, doing little repairs here and there, but cheap ones. And I mean, I set out to make it look perfect, so that's what I'm gonna do. So there are a lot of things that are gonna be changed. Some are gonna stay the same because it is what it is, and it's like the bike came like this. You cannot change much, but most things will be changed, and it's gonna look awesome at the end. So stay tuned. I'm sorry about the boring time lapses probably, and yeah, the next video will probably be something else, just to change it up a bit. So yeah, until then, stay safe, ride safe, and buckle up, Buttercup, because it's gonna be a wild ride.